Hello, Chris and Danny and Nicole. Today, I want to talk about my new, it's not an obsession, it's just a bit of a fandom, that I've been watching the Doctor Who from the 80s, mainly, specifically, the Fifth Doctor, who is played by Peter Davison. How brilliant that the horrible dated sci-fi shows are from the 80s, especially in Britain, where they were a little bit behind us in media. Peter Davison, he also, ironically, is the father of the wife of David Tennant. He was the Doctor for 3 years, 82, 83, and 84. He was the youngest Doctor ever to be cast, and besides Matt Smith, he still is the youngest Doctor ever to be cast. He was cast at the age of 29. Matt Smith was cast in 2010 at the age of 26. The show is just a little bit different. The technology of the early 80s in Britain is equal to the technology of America in the late 60s. Guess what happened in the late 60s? Star Trek. Yeah, and you know how I am about Star Trek. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying watching it. One of the brilliant things about the Doctor in this time period are his striped pants, his sneakers. He wears a white dress shirt with a little question mark on the collar. He wears a nice cream-colored sweater with orange line, like piping. He wears a caramel-colored coat with orange piping on the lapels and on the cuffs. He occasionally has a nice hat, matching cream-colored with the orange stripe around the outside. And, lest we forget, the gorgeous stick of celery that sits on his right lapel. I haven't gotten far enough in the series, but he's a big fan of cricket. But the brilliance about the old Doctor Who series, I know a lot of people like it now because of the interesting storylines and the kind of mind-boggling plot twists and the attractive young Doctor and the companions and all of the wonderful things and the TARDIS and the Daleks and all of the old traditional things that people love. But it's fun to watch them in the old traditional setting that they were originally in, which is so much more primitive. That's what I really love about it, and I love the adorable, horrible effects of the early 80s in Doctor Who just as much as I would enjoy watching the silence wiping away the memory of some innocent bystander. I think, you know, the seeping goo that is going around the sort of lizardy mask face with the black, like, fly eyes of Omega, the Time Lord that was banished to an alternate universe made of antimatter, just as brilliant as the Weeping Angels. And by brilliant, I don't mean brilliant as in creative and just wow. I mean brilliant as in, that's adorable. And I love that old kind of stuff. I respect it just as much as someone who was born from that time. The interesting thing about the series during Peter Davison, usually, you know, you always have the Doctor and you have his young attractive companion, but he has 3 of them, one of which is human. He's got one whose name is Tegan, and she's Australian. Has another one whose name escapes me. She kind of looks like DJ from Full House. She's got kind of the dopey looking hair, and she's from some planet somewhere. And he's got another companion whose name is Adric, or Adric. I don't remember. And he's like 19 years old. He's from some planet that starts with an A, somewhere far away. And he was supposedly a brilliant, like, boy genius kind of thing on his planet. And so, in addition to his weird outfit with the sweater, he wears a little blue badge that commemorates his mathematical accomplishments when he was a child. You know, of course, you always have to ask him, hey, what does E = MC² mean? Adric? They have to prove that he's an absolute brilliant genius. He's also kind of arrogant, and he looks kind of awkward. Guess that's all I have time for to talk about Peter Davison and Doctor Who in the 1980s. Danny, I will see you tomorrow. Nicole, I will see you Thursday. And best wishes to you all.